Canada, the red maple country. Canada is the second largest country on Earth, with approximately 10 million square kilometers, of which 91% are land and 9% fresh water. 3 oceans line Canada's frontiers: the Atlantic Ocean in the east, the Pacific Ocean in the west, and the Arctic Ocean to the north. Along the southern edge of Canada lies the Canada-United States boundary. With a population of about 38 million people, Canada is known around the world as a vast, free, and beautiful country. Indigenous peoples had called this big land home for thousands of years, long before immigrants from Europe and elsewhere arrived in recent centuries. Newfoundland and Labrador is the most easterly point in North America. In addition to its natural beauty, the province has a unique heritage linked to the sea. The coastline is deeply engraved with fjords and inlets. The big land of Labrador is one of the last untamed, unspoiled places left on Earth. The Innu and Inuit have lived here for thousands of years, and their cultures are rooted in a deep spiritual relationship with the environment. As Canada's smallest province, Prince Edward Island is known far and wide for its beaches, red soil, and world-class agriculture, especially potatoes. PEI is the birthplace of Confederation, connected to mainland Canada by one of the longest continuous multi-span bridges in the world, the Confederation Bridge. Anne of Green Gables, set in PEI by Lucy Maud Montgomery, is a much-loved story about the adventures of a little red-headed orphan girl. Among the 4 Atlantic provinces, Nova Scotia is the most populous, with a rich history as the gateway to Canada. Halifax has been the first port of call on the East Coast for ships and boats big and small from overseas. Peggy's Cove has Canada's most photographed lighthouse, and Cape Breton is beautiful all year round. Nova Scotia's Celtic and Gaelic traditions sustain a vibrant culture. Situated in the Appalachian Range, New Brunswick is known for its world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy. Hopewell Rocks present picturesque scenes regardless of high or low tides. New Brunswick is the only officially bilingual province in Canada, and the Acadian cultural heritage and history come alive in day-to-day activities and annual festivals. As Canada's largest province in area, Quebec is known for its unique history, cultural diversity, as well as natural beauty. Montreal is Canada's second largest city, whereas Quebec City hosts the provincial legislature. Watching sunrise at Rocher-Percé is a highly memorable experience. Hundreds of nature lovers hike the terrific trails of Gatineau Park. Ontario is Canada's most populous province and second largest province after Quebec. Located in eastern Ontario, Ottawa is the national capital. The Tulip Festival every spring attracts thousands of tourists from home and abroad. As Canada's largest city, Toronto offers almost everything that one would need under the sun. The 5 Great Lakes located between Ontario and the United States constitute the largest body of fresh water in the world. Niagara Falls are among the most popular sites of attraction around the world, whereas the vast northern part of the province is the land of promise with tremendous potential. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta are the prairie provinces, rich in energy resources and some of the most fertile farmland in the world. In Manitoba, which is known as the land of 10,000 lakes, the world-famous Red River winds its way northward through Winnipeg and eventually discharges into the immense Lake Winnipeg. Dozens of pretty towns dot the ever-changing landscapes. Saskatchewan, known as Canada's wheat province and the breadbasket of the world, boasts 40% of the arable land in Canada and is the country's largest producer of grains and oilseeds. The flatlands stretch as far as the eye can see in any direction. Saskatchewan is truly the land of living skies, with skyscapes presenting vivid blues and amazing clouds during the day and a shining blanket of stars at night. Known for the majestic Rocky Mountains, Alberta has a number of world-class parks, including Banff National Park, which was established in 1885 as Canada's first national park. The Jasper National Park is home to a variety of wildlife. British Columbia on the Pacific coast is Canada's westernmost province. It is known for its majestic mountains. Vancouver is Canada's gateway to Asia and the Pacific. Victoria is the capital city of beautiful British Columbia. Giant old-growth forests sweep down to riversides while killer whales splash in roaring waters. Towering totem poles tell tales of rich cultures across traditional lands. The Northwest Territories, Nunavut and Yukon, contain 1/3 of Canada's landmass and have a population of only 100,000. Much of the 3 northern territories is made up of tundra, the vast, rocky Arctic plain. The Mackenzie River, at 4,200 kilometers, is Canada's longest river and drains an area of 1.8 million square kilometers. In Nunavut, which means our land in Inuktitut, the population is about 85% Inuit, and Inuktitut is an official language and the first language in schools. Former Prime Minister William Mackenzie King said in a speech to the House of Commons in 1936, "If some countries have too much history, we have too much geography." Known as the icon of Canadian art, Emily Carr was quoted as saying, "It is wonderful to feel the grandness of Canada in the raw." I have the privilege of having visited all 10 provinces and 3 territories and seeing the country from coast to coast to coast. Furthermore, over the years, I have lived and worked for an extended period of time in several provinces, including New Brunswick, Ontario, Manitoba, and British Columbia. In this series titled Adventures Across Canada, I have the great pleasure of sharing highlights of Canada's splendid landscape that offers continuing variety while celebrating beauties of nature, peoples, and places of picturesque Canada. But to begin with, let us first pay tribute to Terry Fox, Canada's national hero.